You might think Spider-Man, like Batman, isn't a killer and has never caused anyone's death. But just like in the video about Batman, I've got 7 people for you, victims who died either directly or indirectly because of Spider-Man. Want to know who they are and what their stories are? Then let's get started. Let's go! All right. Number 1 is Uncle Ben. You might say, Spider-Man didn't kill Uncle Ben, but let me tell you the whole story. Peter was raised by his Aunt May and Uncle Ben Parker. In Spider-Man's original story, told in Amazing Fantasy number 15 in 1962, when Peter Parker first gained his superpowers, he immediately decided to use them to make money. He became a professional wrestler, using his new abilities to dominate the ring, and eventually became a TV star. Seizing this opportunity, he even refused to stop a thief, letting him walk right past, saying, "That's not my job." When he got home, Peter discovered that the same thief he let escape had killed Uncle Ben. Now, sure, Spider-Man didn't physically kill Uncle Ben, but knowing that he could have stopped the killer and chose not to has haunted him ever since. In a very real way, he bears indirect responsibility for the death of an innocent man, his own uncle. Spider-Man has always felt that his role in Uncle Ben's death was heavy enough to feel like he pulled the trigger himself. Number 2, Spider-Man killed Alfred. This is a dark character from the comics. In 1973, in one of Marvel's stories, Spider-Man was battling a werewolf. At night, while fighting him, he eventually captured him, and when the character, named Russell, returned to his normal self, he explained that everyone present during the fight was being controlled by a powerful sorcerer named Dark. Dark was nearby, in the city, even taking control of people like Professor X. When Spider-Man and the others finally confronted Dark, Spider-Man kicked the sorcerer off a bridge and into the sea below. Dark fell to his inevitable death. The worst part? Spider-Man didn't even care. He cracked jokes about it later in front of the others and knew full well that if he kicked the guy off the bridge, it would definitely kill him. He murdered Dark and showed zero regret. Number 3 is the death of the Finisher. In Amazing Spider-Man number 5 from 1993, Peter Parker found old newspaper clippings in the attic claiming his parents were accused of international espionage. He went overseas to clear their names and accidentally stumbled upon a spy ring led by Red Skull. Red Skull sent an assassin called the Finisher to kill Spider-Man. The Finisher used various weapons, including heat-seeking missiles. Spider-Man redirected one of the missiles so that it slid under the Finisher's car. Then, he jumped out of the way, and boom, the car exploded, killing the Finisher instantly. Another case of indirect killing. Spider-Man didn't pull the trigger, but he knew exactly what would happen. He deliberately guided a missile into that car. So let's not pretend like he wasn't responsible, because Spider-Man absolutely caused that death. Number 4 is a character named Storm. In a comic storyline where Spider-Man faces off against old enemies, Peter Parker, while visiting Uncle Ben's grave, accidentally runs into 3 federal agents battling a giant robot built by Professor Storm. It turns out that before dying, Professor Storm had built a Terminator-like robot and uploaded his entire consciousness into it. Spider-Man fought the robot and completely tore it apart. Now, technically, it was just a robot, not a human being, but here's the catch. The robot contained Storm's full mind and personality. It was Storm. Spider-Man destroyed it anyway. He even acknowledged it was equivalent to killing Professor Storm again. He webbed the robot remains over the professor's grave and literally wrote on it, "Dead again." That's messed up. Number 5 is the character Whisper. Spider-Man fought the third incarnation of this villain, who wore a special bulletproof suit that absorbed all sound, including human voices. Whisper and his partner, Pulse, ambushed Spider-Man at a restaurant and attacked him with rage. At one point, Whisper had Spider-Man in a chokehold and tried to stab him with the sword. Just then, Pulse shot towards Spider-Man, and Spider-Man moved Whisper into the line of fire. Whisper died. There's some ambiguity here. Spider-Man didn't pull the trigger, but he definitely used Whisper as a human shield. Just like Batman in Batman Begins, when he left Ra's al Ghul to die in a crashing train. He could have saved him, but chose not to. Yeah, that makes you a killer. Number 6 is an ordinary woman. Just a regular civilian. And this one's really strange. In one comic, Spider-Man runs into Wolverine, who had been targeted by a DDoS-style mental attack. Weapon X sent Sabretooth to take him down, which led to a fight that started at a train station and spilled into Times Square. At one point, a woman yells at Spider-Man, calling him a freak or a mutant. Spider-Man flings a piece of web straight at her face and then swings away, leaving her with her face completely covered. Now, here's the problem. Spider-Man's webs are insanely strong. Strong enough to stop a bus or train or hold his weight mid-air. They dissolve after about an hour, but until then, they're practically unbreakable. He hit her face directly. Eyes, nose, and mouth. There was no way she could breathe. And although the comic didn't show what happened next, honestly, she probably died. That's a dark moment Marvel tried to hide. If his webs can hold back a train, no way that woman could peel them off. And finally, number 7, the killing of Morlun. In 2010, Spider-Man delivered one of the most brutal and horrifying kills in his history. During the storyline The Other, Morlun, a vampire-like supervillain, tried to devour Spider-Man. He even ripped out one of Peter's eyeballs. While recovering in the hospital, Peter was visited again by Morlun. Mary Jane tried to stop him, but Morlun threw her aside. Enraged, Spider-Man got up from his hospital bed and bit Morlun's head off. Yeah, bit his head off. Tell me that's not murder. If it isn't, what is? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you know any other deaths caused by Spider-Man that the comics tried to cover up, drop them in the comments and we'll talk about them in the next one. That's it for now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's the biggest support you can give us. See you in the next video. Peace out.